I saw this question, death toll of capitalism, posted on the socialism page of Reddit, and a user called Sitam points out a few things as he or she sees it. They said, it's kind of an impossible thing to count for several reasons. Number one, many people disagree on what being killed by capitalism actually means. Two, even if we agree, it's still very difficult to determine which cases count. Three, the numbers are, regardless of what we exclude, so huge that counting is almost meaningless. It's a big amount. And number four, even if we tried to count, it would be almost impossible, as the West, the heart of capitalism, does not usually count the dead from its own crimes stroke indifference to suffering. Well, many may disagree what killed by capitalism means, but I think we can get a general fix on what we're talking about in, say, a discussion, yeah? And, yeah, it may well be difficult to decide what counts. There is plenty of room for disagreement. Just because the numbers are huge doesn't make a rough estimate meaningless, does it? And point four that this person made is wrong. We do have the numbers, the statistics, the facts. How they are interpreted, of course, matters greatly. Yeah. Bad Mouse Productions made a video recently titled Calculating Capitalism's Death Toll. He puts together a good presentation here. I'll link it in the description. It's a decent channel, actually. Yes, very articulate, well-informed young man. Further to the left than I am, for sure. He makes some good points in this presentation. Yeah. If you're a person in the habit of saying communism killed 90 or 100 million people in the 20th century, and capitalism may be an ugly system, but it's clearly superior to what the Marxists are offering, I say go and watch this video presentation by Bad Mouse Productions with an open mind. Hear him out. I'm not a Marxist. I don't think a classless, stateless society will emerge in the future. But ask yourselves, is it really fair to blame Karl Marx, his writings, theories, for the crimes of men like Joseph Stalin or Chairman Mao? Was it Lenin who twisted Marx's socio-political idea of the dictatorship of the proletariat, which in theory is supposed to be an intermediate system? Yeah. I'm not looking to defend the actions of left-wing tyrants, of which there have been many. But what I will say is, the term communist state is an inaccuracy. There are socialist states, but communism is the goal of Marxist socialism. Western academics and the media, as well as political scaremongers, of course use the term communist state, but bear in mind that it's a bullshit term. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've fallen into the trap of using it myself on way more than one occasion, so I guess the propaganda has worked on me. I see and hear people on the right recently denouncing and condemning what's happening in Venezuela, which looks like a failed state, one which is clearly too dependent on the old black gold, too dependent on oil. But the same people will not speak out to condemn the rape, the looting of Africa, or the exploitation of India, or the fucking over of Southeast Asia by multinational corporations following a neoliberal ideology. Western imperialism is not dead. Can it be stopped? Of course it can. But the political will has to exist. There clearly is enough wealth and resources in the world to do away with poverty, but under the current system, which is in actuality a war system, private wealth and the accumulation of huge profits are clearly of greater value than is human life. It will require a revolutionary change of course if things are to get better. A movement for great change has to win hearts and minds, win the hearts and minds of the people all over the world. Can it be done? Of course it can. Of course it can.